catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for Storytime. Hey, come on.
I want to take all this out the way and I want to get started with our guests. All right. We're so excited. Robert has some places to go and people to see and things to do. So we're going to bring him right on up and we want you to welcome him with a great round of applause. Robert, are you with me?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you loud and
all right.
clear.
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Robert, I would have never thought we'd be having this day today. You know, Robert, I remember when I first met you when we were doing some things with Our Youth Matters.
Absolutely.
And, you've always been kind of like a low-key, quiet kind of guy, like kind of like in the background and making sure things get run, but not too boisterous. You kind of kept to yourself. And now you're coming out, man. You're coming out and you're going to use that voice and you're going to make an impact. So I'm so excited for you. Congratulations for making that decision.
Oh, well, thank you so much. A lot has, came along a long ways and I'm retired and hey, I'm stepping forward.
Stepping forward. So
yes,
tell us
ma'am.
a little bit for the people who don't know. I talked about your professional career, but tell us a little bit. Are you from this area, Robert? Are you originally from the Raleigh area?
Yes, absolutely. I'm Robert Mitchener. I'm born and raised Southeast Raleigh, right there in Southgate. I born right there at Wake Medical Hospital, right there on New Bern Avenue. Went to school here, went to Broughton High School, uh, went to college in South Carolina. Then I came back here and started working. I have to give a shout out to my mentor, Lim Barney, ex NFL Hall of Famer for the Detroit Lions. Without meeting him, my career in law enforcement wouldn't have never begun. He introduced me to John H. Baker, and that's how my career began. But nevertheless, born and raised here. I once I graduate high school, went to school in South Carolina for a little while, came back here, and then I worked at the Sheraton Imperial where I met my mentor, and then I went to the sheriff's department. At the sheriff, Lim Barney took me to John H. Baker House, and he pretty much hired me at his kitchen table,
Wow.
and went from there to the sheriff's academy. That's a 6 month. Went through the sheriff's academy 6 months. After that, they assign you. I became a bailiff in court where I learned everything that was going on in the county. Every lawsuit, everything that was moving and shaking in the county, I was a bailiff in the courtroom for the judges, and I was able to hear the different cases. I went from being a bailiff, I went to be a school resource officer where I could be in the schools, and I dealt with the teachers, not just the teachers, the cafeteria workers, not just the cafeteria workers, but the bus drivers, not
Okay.
just the bus drivers, but the janitor systems, but dealing with all the kids. But while I was in the courtroom, I always asked myself, I found myself in juvenile court a lot,
Yes.
dealing with young kids. And I
Mhm.
always ask God, why are you putting me here dealing with these young kids? So I was actually, some of these young kids was not, they was in trouble, but they were basically just crying out for help. And by me being a bailiff, it made me think about how my mentor helped me. Took a young boy that he did not even know, and I stayed with him for a little while, and he helped my career get started. So that is how our youth matters formed, and I developed a camp where I dealt with young kids in the community.
Okay.
But and
That's
it's a
amazing.
non it's a nonprofit 501c3. But not only that, while I was at the sheriff's department, I went from the courtroom, school resource officer, to serving civil papers where I did foreclosures, evictions. I did things of that nature. Any kind of legal action, paperwork, I dealt with it. Then I went from there to the patrol division where you're on the streets writing tickets, stopping cars, doing burglar checks, security checks on neighborhoods and things of that nature. And then after that, once I rounded it up, but I was almost ready to retire. My last 4 years, I was on the SWAT team.
A SWAT team.
A
Wow.
SWAT team where that prepared me, and you see things that the average person does not see. It
Mm.
does not see, and it prepares you to deal with certain situations. So you have to make quick decisions that could affect yourself or your partner's self, and that decision could either be your life or your partner's life. So
Mm.
I figure since I can make those quick decisions like that, and I'm here to live and tell about it, then I can make huge decisions for the county.
So you can make decisions for the county. So
Absolutely.
tell me the correlation between the political side and the law enforcement side.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'm going to use affordable housing. Okay, that is one of the big issues that we have. Affordable housing. As a deputy sheriff, I was the one that came to your house, padlocked your house, evicted you out of your house, and
Mm.
looked that man in his face, looked at him in his face and said, "You know your family can come back here. If you come back here, you will be placed under arrest for trespass." So now I've done that. I did the groundwork. I put my hands on that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as a county commissioner, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be that.
That's right.
I, those that asking that can't afford where they're living at, let's give them some kind of assistance, a
Yeah.
voucher, some
Okay.
kind of nonprofit that can help them until they get back on their feet to afford where they're living at.
Wow.
You see. So
Wow.
what
So
I
you're going from one side to the other. On one end,
right,
you were helping to get
absolutely.
them put out, and now you're helping to get them to stay in and stay home
See,
and
that's
not.
the difference in me and everybody else that's in running for this seat.
Wow.
They have sat behind this and pushed pins. I've actually been out there doing the dirty work. And
Okay.
so I'm gonna go a step further. Mental health.
Yes.
When they tore down Dorothy Dix
Yeah.
Hospital,
Mm-hmm.
the clients, the patients there either went to the streets, to the jail, which when they went to the streets, their homeless rate went up,
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
okay? Or they went to the jail system, okay, where the incarceration rate went up. So, or they got transported to another mental health facility.
Wow.
So, as a deputy sheriff, I was that guy that used to pick them up and transport them. So I dealt with the patients one on one.
Wow.
And some of these patients don't need transportation. They don't need to be locked up, put away. They just need a way to get their medication.
Oh my
Or
goodness.
they just need some kind of way, just a little help. So
Wow.
what I don't want to do, I don't want to create something because I think the county is doing well, doing very well. I think that what the mental health facilities that we have here, I just want to help expand them
Okay.
so we can work and help more patients, more people,
Yes.
and so we won't have to find a place for them, give them what they properly need, and I think that it will be all right. And what jumping from that to another thing,
I can hear.
public
I
se-
can hear the passion in you. I hear it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh,
Yes.
I'm fired up now. Well, public safety.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, I have known some of my friends that actually had to call on the police.
Mm.
It took the response time was 2 to 3 hours. They had to call several times before the police officer arrived.
Come on now.
Okay. So I know as being an officer, the response time of getting to where that call is at is detrimental.
Life
I
or death.
mean that it could be life or death for that person on the other end. So
Yes.
what I think what needs to happen is we need to, well, first I think first responders period, with law enforcement, with firefighters, with EMS workers. I think we are underpaid and overworked. I
Yes.
think what we need to do is balance this thing out and give them the pay, but also we need to screen and give them the proper training so we can get better people,
Yes.
and then the response time will be better and quicker. And
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
that's a whole lot in a nutshell. But
But you know what,
I'm
though? I'm glad you did that because it gave us an opportunity to really see how it has impacted you, how your former career has really helped to create the person that you are today, and how genuine you are about what you felt and what you've seen and what you've heard while you were out there doing all those things. So now you're taking all that, all your life experiences. It's not just about your education, but you're taking
right.
your life experiences. You're taking those conversations that you've had, those connections that you made with people, transporting them and listening to them. And now you want to turn things around for the betterment. So that's amazing because I can hear the compassion that you have. I can hear the empathy that you have. And so there's no doubt in my mind that you won't do what you can. Now, explain to people what the role is. What is the role of a Wake County commissioner at large? What do they do? What are they responsible for?
Well, they handle all the budget for the whole county.
Okay.
All the building things that's rezoning, the sheriff's department's budget, law enforcement, but school teachers pay.
Oh wow.
And we talk about, I want to say something about that real right
Yeah,
quick,
yeah. Talk about it,
because
man. Because we
the
need our teachers.
teachers, the teachers are underpaid and overworked. But
Yes.
we have to
Yes.
know as adults, when we're raising our child, the raising and the molding starts at home. We all know that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But
Yes.
then we send them off to school,
We send them to school.
and the teachers start molding them also and
Yes.
bringing them up.
Yes.
So, so we need to actually keep the best qualified, educated teachers that would love to work with your kids. We must pay them. We must pay them the right amount of money.
Yes.
I think they're overworked and underpaid also. But
Yes.
nevertheless, not just the teacher, but the janitor, don't forget about them, because remember now, I told you I was a school resource officer, and
That's
I
right.
walked those hallways and I talked to the janitor and I talked to the bus driver and I talked to the teachers,
Mhm.
and I talked to the cafeteria workers. They are all underpaid, so all of them must get the pay that they deserve. Give them what they earn. So that's one thing that the county also do. They allocate funding for the school system. Okay.
Robert, let me ask you this. What do you know about statistics as far as how many people will come out? Today is an important day. Today marks early election. And
Mm-hmm.
what are the numbers like for the people actually that are participating in early election or in the election period? Because so many people just forget about these votes and they
I
only think about the
right.
president. So talk to
And here's the thing: the local votes are your main votes. These are where you can make things change by you just going in there and voting. Uh, I think that, I have personally, sometimes it can be up, it can be down, and I cannot give you a good percentage of what the percentage would be like. But I can say this: I have put the word out, and I have strongly been on this campaign trail, letting people know that, hey, they added these 2 seats, and nobody has ever sat in these seats.
wow.
You need somebody that's passionate and that's from I'm a native. I
Yes.
can't stress for that. I can't
Yes.
stress that hard enough. That I'm
Yes.
born and raised, I bleed Wake County.
Wow.
When I was a patrol deputy, it's not a neighborhood or a street that I have not been on
Okay.
that
Wow.
I have not been on. So I feel like that I am the one for that job, and I believe in my county. I love this. I love Wake County. I love this county, and I think that I can do the best for this county. But the percentage, I can't give you an honest percentage of who will come out, but I will let you know that I have really worked hard letting people know, please come out and vote.
Well, this is what
Please
I
come
mean.
out and vote.
It doesn't have to be like numerically, it doesn't have to be numerically the statistics, right? It doesn't have to be the statistics. But what I want to know is, in your opinion, are not enough people participating in these local elections versus presidential elections?
I was, you're exactly right. And the one big thing that I would love to see more youth, young adults
Yeah.
participate in it, because they are the future. They are the future. And
Hmm.
I want to see that number. I want to see it rise where more people are definitely participate. I'm doing all I can to get the people out there to vote.
So now, Robert, how many seats are there? You said they added 2 seats and nobody sat in them. How many commissioners are there?
It is a total of, with the 2 seats, it'll be 9.
Wow. So there's
Yeah, see,
nine.
let's see, Don.
So there's 9 people, and you want what makes you set apart from the other 8 that are in there. Besides what we heard about you as far as your passion and
That's
everything,
done.
what else would you say if you had to pitch to the people who've never seen you before, never heard of you, never met you in Raleigh or in Wake County? What would you say to them as to why they need to vote Robert Mitchener when they see that name on the ticket?
Oh well, uh the vote Robert mentioned when they see that. Well, cause of my hands on, my training experience, law enforcement. Law enforcement has working for John H. Baker has really molded me, has really created the person that I am. Uh, it made me it really made me who I am. And there's just the training itself. You think about it. A lot of those things that they're sitting up there and they're talking about, it all goes through law enforcement. So when they talking about rezoning,
Yes.
they talking about rezoning. They go through the search department, and search department, whoever's trying to get that zoning permit or trying to get that zoning or whatever, they go through the search department, and that deputy has to serve that paperwork on that builder or that contractor or whatever, you know. So the sheriff's department has done a lot. My training and my experience, and that I'm a native from here, that I'm
Yes.
born and raised here, that
That's right.
I'm Wake County blood right here, Raleigh, North Carolina, Southeast Raleigh, born and raised. My parents, my family, everybody's right
From
here.
here. And you're a parent too. So you're a parent as well, right?
I have two daughters. Yes.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
so what is the first thing on your agenda, if it's in your control, that you would like to see happen or that you would help to make happen?
Well, one thing is that I'm strongly about is mental health. And as you know, right at this moment, I'm a state capitol police officer. When I retired, I did 30 years, 7 months at the Wake County Sheriff's Department. When I retired, I came home and sat for 3 months. After that, I was so bored, I made a phone call to state capitol police office. They hired me and they put me in the Court of Appeals, where I'm the security for all these judges. So I get and right down the crazy thing about this whole thing, I get so excited. Is right down the Court of Appeals building is the soup kitchen where all the homeless has to walk through the Court of Appeal, walk past the
Wow.
Court of Appeals to get to the soup kitchen.
Wow.
So I see all the homeless people, and some of the people have some of the people that work in the building. Like one instance, one lady was eating her lunch at Subway, and a subject came up to her and asked her for some money, and she didn't. She said, "I don't have it. I don't have it." And she continued to talk on the phone. She was on the phone, but he asked her again. But then she got up and started walking back to the building. But as she walked, she looked behind him and he was walking faster behind her. And so she picked up her steps. So she started running. He ran behind her. So
Wow.
he was out and calling her all kinds of names that I
Wow.
won't get at. And so she runs in the building and to get me. And then I go out to
Oh my
look and
goodness.
he's nowhere to be around. But what I'm saying is that is a mental health, that's a subject that's they need help.
They need help.
And how can you force someone to give you money if you're not sick? Something is wrong there. So the first thing that I would like to tackle is mental health.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that's
think that
important.
I think that when they tore down Dorothy Dix, that was a big mistake. If
Yes.
you were going to do that, I think that you need to expand these mental health facilities that exist, make them bigger to
Yes.
absorb that
Yes.
mental health,
Yes.
absorb Dr. Dix.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Mental health is important because many innocent people are getting hurt due to the mental health challenges that some individuals have. And so it's better to get that under control. And I know that you already have a thing for the youth because that's who you are anyway. So I know you have something in plan for the youth. And
Absolutely.
have you been able to in during your campaign? you've been campaigning. I know I've watched you, and congratulations again on the way that you have been campaigning, getting
Thank you so
around,
much. Thank
and
you.
your team, the people that's been working with you. You've been definitely getting the
Thank
word
you.
out.
Thank
Anything
you.
that you found out in this campaign that you maybe didn't know that's a need, because a lot of times, sometimes when you get out there, and like you said, you've been an officer, you've been in the sheriff department, but sometimes when you're out there, people come up to you and they start to talk to you and they start to give you some concerns. Has there been any concerns brought to your attention that maybe are not really in the limelight just yet, but some things that people need to know that we need to address those too?
Um, um, just mainly the number one thing that I've heard a lot of people talk about was uh mental health and affordable housing and taxes.
Taxes, okay?
And I have to do this. I have to give the men of Southeast Raleigh credit. I have to do that because I said in a meeting with them, they are helping the elderly with their taxes, their property taxes.
Yes,
They have found the system. So I think that whole thing need to be that way we are paying property taxes because it's just skyrocketing. And
yes,
I think that whole thing need to be revamped and
yes,
be
yes.
relooked at because
Mhm.
there's no way that, like, for example, my mom and dad house. Okay, it's no way that a house like my mom and dad house when they got it is probably $80,000. But you put another house beside it that might be $1 million house. But you trying to tell me we got the same property taxes as that $1 million? It's a no-brainer. But the men of Southeast Raleigh is doing a great job, and I commend them.
Yes,
So
they are.
what I'm saying, I'm not saying that they are the only ones. It's others out there doing the same thing. So what I'm saying is not to redo the wheel, but get behind the ones that's doing it. Just put the money and put the money in place where, hey, you're doing such a good job. Let's help more through the way that you're doing. That's how I feel. I think
Yeah.
that we don't need to create things. I think that we just need to help the ones that is organizations out there that's actually doing it now, helping people.
And I want to let people know, if you're just tuning in, I'm talking to Robert Mitchener. He's running for Wake County Commissioner at Large in North Carolina. Early voting has begun today. Please, please, please make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you get everybody in your household to go out and vote. And do know that this is important. Now, every area may not need to vote. A lot of time, if you're a person that's really involved in the process, then you understand sometimes it's not your area. But what I'm saying is, if this affects you, get out and vote, please, and make sure you get everybody who is of age to go vote. And if you don't know where you need to vote, I think it's going on from today to February 28th. Today to February 28th, you can go out and vote. You can vote Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. or Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. You can vote on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And you can even vote on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. So they're making it available 7 days a week, Robert, and that's something.
Hey, I'm telling you, God is good.
Yeah, so
Okay,
they're making
God
sure.
is good. Let's
And
get
there's a
out there and
lot.
get.
Yeah, and
Let's.
there's a lot of centers. So find a center near you. I mean, they have one at Avery Street in Garner. You can go to the community center in Cary, over there at the Herbert Young Community Center, Hilltop, Needmore Town Park Clubhouse, and Fuquay Arena, John Chavis Memorial Park Community Center in Raleigh. You have Apex, the John Brown Community Center, Lake Lynn Community Center in over there on Ray Road in Raleigh, NCSU Tally Student Union. The students, you can go right there and you can vote on site. Northern Regional Center in Wake Forest, Optimist Park Community Center in Raleigh, the Wake County Board of Elections. You can never go wrong there. You can always go there. That's on New Hope Church Road, right off of New Bern
Mm-hmm.
Avenue. You can go
Mm-hmm.
to W.E. Hunt Recreation Center in Holly Springs, and also Wendell Community Center in Wendell, North Carolina. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, also, if you are not here and you need to find out about how to do absentee voting, make sure you get that information. So everything is out there for you. Everything is out there for you. If you need information and you need to call the Wake County Board of Elections, you can call them at 919-404-4040. Once again, you can call the Wake County Board of Elections at 919-404-4040. Did I leave anything out, Robert?
No, I think you did an excellent job. Excellent.
Okay, because we want to make sure that you have the information so you can go out there and vote and make sure that you get the job done. Definitely want to make sure. Election day is March 3rd. March 3rd is election day. So we want to make sure that you get that done. March 3rd is election day. So please make sure that you get ready March 3rd to go there and do what you need to do. And Robert Mitchener has so much passion. You heard him, you saw him. He is so passionate about what he wants to do. He's a native of Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're just so excited to have him here. We're going to have some more candidates. We're going to have some more people that are running, and we're going to put them in front of your face so that you can put the name with the face. And then when you see their name on that paper, you remember it and you say, you know what, I want to vote for them, you know. So we thank Robert for coming through because we know that he has a couple of things to do. We know he has another meeting and he probably got a phone call just then. So we thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to watch the interview, you can see it over on YouTube. For those that are on Instagram, you can definitely see it on YouTube. Definitely so. So we want to thank you so much, Robert, for being here. And we know definitely that we're gonna move this other one out there, and we know your phone probably ringing, everybody probably getting, and that's okay. So we're not gonna hold you because I know you have somewhere to go. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you want to let the people know? What I would do, Robert, is I will actually literally put the camera on you and let you make your appeal to the people, and just again say your name and anything that you'd like to say regarding why they need to vote for you in one of those seats for Wake County Commissioner at Large, and anything that's on your heart that you'd like to say to the people. I'll give you the opportunity to do that now.
Thank you. Well, let me move in a little closer. I'm Robert Mitchener. I am a native here. Wake County, I love Wake County. I'm born and raised here. My children are from here. Went to school here. I have been trained in law enforcement 30 plus years in law enforcement. I have seen the worst, I've seen the best. I have put on that uniform every day, not knowing if I was going to come home at night sometimes. I didn't know it's, just to serve and protect the citizens of Wake County. There's not a street or a neighborhood that I haven't been on. I have developed a youth program where I dealt with young kids in the community, where I did after school programs, summer camps, mentor camps where we went fishing and hiking and things of that nature. I am a man for this position. I bleed Wake County. I love Wake County. Uh, I I think with my experience, my hands-on experience, I can do the job. My hands-on experience in law enforcement that I can show and improve, put some excitement into the county commissioners and bring some great ideas. Please support Robert Mitchell for Wake County Commissioner at Large. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There you have it, sir. Support them. Go out and vote. Make sure your people are voting. And just please go back, do the replay, get the dates and the times. You have from now. You have plenty of time. Find out where you need to be. And let's make it happen. Robert, good luck to you. If I can be of help, we'll do something. I said, I know you want to do something with technology too. So when I do some computer giveaways, I'm going to reach out to you so we can collaborate.
Okay, let's do it.
Definitely want to do that. I thank you. I know you have to head on out. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Mitchener, Wake County Commissioner at Large. Please, please, please vote for him today. You've been watching Story Time. We got some more good people for you. Like I said, I'm going to try to bring some more in front of you. I put a word out to people like Corey and different people. Just different people in different positions to help them out. That's what we're here for. Use the platform if you can. Any positive word, anything going on in the community. Storytime podcast with Shop Crystal. That's what we're here for. My mission is to stir up the gift, instill hope, and save life. I am your Hope Catalyst, and I'll see you on the next Storytime. Thank you for watching.
Yes,
Don't
ma'am.
forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.
A catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for Storytime. Hey, come on.